understandable English podcast.
Learn English the easy way.
I saw something today that completely shattered my entire view of the corporate world, Jessica. My soul has left my body.
Oh dear, that sounds intense. Did someone leave a bad note in the office fridge, Brian? Or did you make another coffee mistake?
I walked into my supervisor's office this morning to drop off some paperwork before his big presentation, and he did not hear me come in. I looked at his computer screen and he was frantically typing into a search engine. How to do basic addition in Excel.
He was searching for basic addition? Isn't he the senior manager who handles all the quarterly financial reports for your entire department?
Yes. The guy who wears custom suits speaks in extremely formal business terms and looks like he was born to manage international finances. He was staring at a simple spreadsheet with sweat on his forehead, trying to figure something out that a middle school student knows how to do.
Brian, welcome to the big adult secret. Nobody actually knows what they are doing all the time. Welcome to the Understandable English podcast, everyone, where Brian discovers that adults are just big kids making things up as they go, while you enjoy your casual daily English practice.
Whether you are listening while commuting on the train, cleaning your apartment, or walking in the park, welcome. And hey, if you have ever caught your boss or teacher doing something completely clueless, tell us in the YouTube comments right now. Sharing your funny stories in the comments helps you practice your English, and it makes all of us feel much less intimidated by authority.
I bet you were completely frozen watching that. Did he try to make up a funny excuse, or did he just pretend nothing happened?
He tried to over-explain everything, of course. He cleared his throat, stood up very straight, and said he was just testing the system's security response. He looked so embarrassed. His face turned completely red.
That is such classic corporate theater. Everyone wears these professional masks at work to look calm, powerful, and totally in control. But underneath it all, everyone is just trying to survive the day without making a huge mistake.
It makes me feel so much better about my own imposter syndrome, honestly. I used to think I was the only person in the building who had no idea what was going on half the time.
You are definitely not alone. I learned this lesson years ago during my very first office job at a big marketing company.
Oh, tell me. Was your boss secretly searching how to send an email, or did someone bring down the whole company network?
It was even more human than that. My boss at the time was this incredibly strict, powerful woman named Sarah. She walked around the office like a military commander, and everyone was terrified of making even a tiny mistake around her.
She sounds intimidating. I would probably hide under my desk whenever she walked past.
Everyone was scared of her. But one afternoon, I walked into the staff break room to get a glass of water, and I saw Sarah standing near the kitchen counter. The automatic espresso coffee machine was leaking water all over the table, and she was literally crying over the broken coffee machine.
Wait, she was actually crying because of a leaky coffee maker? The scary boss?
Yes. She was crying softly, wiping her eyes with a paper towel. When she saw me, she sighed and said that her morning had been completely ruined. Her car would not start, her dog was sick, and the broken coffee machine was just the final straw that broke her patience.
That is so wild. It is so easy to forget that bosses have pets, broken cars, bad mornings, and normal human emotions just like the rest of us.
In that exact moment, my entire perception of her shifted. I realized she was not a scary corporate robot at all. She was just a tired human being carrying a huge amount of stress, trying her best to hold everything together.
It really changes how you see people, doesn't it? We spend so much time comparing our messy inner lives to everyone else's smooth, perfect outside appearance.
Exactly. We assume everyone else has their entire life figured out, while we feel like we are barely keeping our heads above water. But the truth is, everyone is just improvising as they go along.
It turns out that the whole world is basically held together by duct tape, hope, and quick internet searches.
It really is. And honestly, I have so much respect for people who can just admit when they are lost or confused instead of pretending to be perfect all the time.
I completely agree. Admitting that you do not know everything takes so much pressure off your shoulders. It makes conversations feel so much more honest and warm.
Did you ever have a moment like that in your own teaching career, Brian?
Absolutely. I remember another time when I ran into a problem during my second year of teaching. I was supposed to lead a big workshop for 30 senior teachers from different schools.
Oh no, that sounds like a high-pressure situation. Did you get nervous and forget your whole presentation?
I prepared 50 slides for the workshop, but 2 minutes before the presentation started, the projector completely stopped working. The screen went totally black.
That is my absolute worst nightmare. What did you do? Did you panic and run out of the building?
For about 10 seconds, my heart was beating so fast I could barely breathe. But then I looked at all the senior teachers sitting in the room, took a deep breath, and just told them the truth. I said, well, the technology failed, so I guess we are going to have an old-fashioned conversation today.
That was so brave. How did they react? Did they get annoyed?
Not at all. They actually smiled, relaxed in their chairs, and we ended up having the most engaging, wonderful discussion of the entire year. It turned out that dropping the formal presentation made everyone feel much more comfortable and connected.
That is amazing. It shows that people really respond to realness, not perfection. When you drop the fancy act, people naturally warm up to you.
It was a huge lesson for me. It taught me that you do not need to have everything under control to do a great job or connect with people. You just need to be present and willing to adapt when things do not go as planned.
Have you tried fixing things around your house lately?
I had a similar moment last month when I tried to fix a squeaky door in my apartment. I bought a whole box of expensive tools because I wanted to feel like a real handy adult who can repair his own home.
Oh, Brian, please tell me you did not break the door off its hinges.
I spent 2 hours trying to use 3 different wrenches, WD-40 spray, and a hammer. I made the squeaking sound 10 times louder. Finally, my elderly neighbor knocked on my door, saw my total chaos, took a tiny drop of normal cooking oil from her kitchen, put it on the hinge, and the sound disappeared instantly.
That is hilarious. You tried to play the role of a master carpenter when all you needed was a single drop of olive oil.
She just looked at me, laughed gently, and said, "Son, nobody knows how to fix anything the first time. We all just make mistakes until something works."
She sounds like a very wise woman. That is such a great mindset for learning anything new, especially a new language like English.
That is so true. So many language learners feel like they have to speak perfect, flawless English right from the start, or else they feel like failures.
They feel like everyone else speaks smoothly and effortlessly while they are struggling to find basic words. But even native speakers hesitate, make grammar mistakes, and forget words mid-sentence all the time.
We really do. I forget basic words in English at least 3 times a day, and it is my native language. So if you are listening right now, please give yourself some grace. You do not need to be perfect to be understood and valued.
That is such an important message. Focus on communicating your thoughts and connecting with people, not on avoiding every single small mistake along the way.
And if this conversation today helped you feel a little less stressed about your own journey, please click the like button on this video or episode. It really helps our channel grow and allows us to create more relaxed lessons for you every week.
It really means a lot to us when you support the channel. Now, let us move on to our vocabulary tour for today, where we review 6 natural, practical expressions that we use during our conversation.
Our first expression today is figure something out. Simple meaning, to solve a problem, find an answer, or understand something after thinking about it. Example sentence. I spent an hour trying to figure something out on my phone settings before I finally asked my friend for help.
Our second phrase is, have trouble with something. Simple meaning, to experience difficulty, struggle, or confusion while doing a task. Example sentence. Many students have trouble with English prepositions at first, but daily practice makes it much easier over time.
The third phrase on our tour is run into a problem. Simple meaning, to encounter an unexpected difficulty or challenge while trying to do something. Example sentence, we ran into a problem with our flight booking yesterday, so we had to call customer service.
Our fourth phrase is end up. Simple meaning, to reach a particular situation, condition, or place, often without planning it beforehand. Example sentence, we planned to stay home and watch a movie, but we ended up driving to the beach to watch the sunset instead.
The fifth expression is it turns out that. Simple meaning, to be revealed or discovered to be true in a specific way, especially when the result is surprising. Example sentence, I thought I failed my driving test, but it turns out that I actually passed with a high score.
And our sixth phrase is turn out. Simple meaning, to develop, happen, or yield a specific result in the end. Example sentence, the weather was terrible in the morning, but the afternoon turned out to be warm and sunny.
Those 6 phrases are so useful for everyday speech. Pick your favorite phrase from today's list and write your own sentence with it in the comments below right now.
Writing your own practice sentences in the comments section is one of the most effective ways to make new vocabulary stick in your memory.
Well, Jessica, I feel so much better about my life now. I am going to stop worrying about being a perfect adult and just embrace the daily process of learning.
That is a wonderful attitude, Brian. We are all just figuring things out as we go, one small step at a time.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today on the Understandable English Podcast, everyone. Be kind to yourselves, drop the perfectionism, and keep enjoying your English journey every single day.
Have a peaceful, low-stress day, everyone. We will talk to you again in our very next episode. Goodbye, everyone.
I tried to figure something out with Excel so I wouldn't have trouble with my work. But when I ran into a problem, I ended up searching Basic Edition online, and it turns out that my supervisor does the exact same thing, so everything turned out just fine.
Brian, please never do my taxes. Goodbye, everyone.